The best place to farm iron is right outside the Cutless Keys settlement, but there are a lot of other places to farm iron as well. Iron is most common in the 4 starting zones. I'll show you every iron farming route in the game, but first let me show you the very best place in the game to farm iron. Here we are at the Cutless Keys settlement. It took me hours to Photoshop this minimap, so I hope you bloody well like it. This route is great because it starts and ends at a settlement, so you can keep running laps. And as a bonus, there's a storage shed right here at the front door to dump off all your iron. Now let's speed up the footage and I'll show you very quickly how this route works. This first iron node is literally right outside the gates. You just got to walk outside and up this hill here, and right away you can start collecting the ore. There is one cat that you might have to kill, but otherwise there are like 9 iron nodes in this little pocket here. Right outside the settlement, nice and easy and quick to grab. Once we've got them all, we run across the road and over towards, there's a wolf den over there. The wolves are actually quite low level, so they probably won't attack you. I think that the only quests that come here originate from all the way down in First Light, so there really shouldn't be any other players taking your ore. Unfortunately, someone's already beaten me to these nodes. There's usually a bit of saltpeter here as well. If you find that there are other players here, I'll show you a couple of places you can go to avoid them. Ah, look, you can see someone's already taken these nodes as well. So after this lap, I'll show you 2 routes that branch off from this one, and you can go to these places to get away from any other farmers. So now we cross over the road towards the northern end of the route. There's about 3 clusters of ore up here, so about 9 nodes altogether. And you can see that our bags are already getting pretty full. And I've only been farming for about 5 minutes, so that's pretty awesome. Now I'm starting to head back towards the settlement, just passing through the wolf den again, and there's quite a few extra nodes to pick up over this side. We have room for about 1 more node of ore, but someone's already taken this one. So let's start heading back towards the base and count up what we got. We got a little bit of oil, and we also got about 200 silver ore that I didn't keep track of. We ended up with a total of 871 iron ore. Now that's not bad for a quick 10-minute lap. And now we can dump it all into the storage shed and we can go and keep farming. If there's other people farming here, there's a couple of deviations you can make to go and get more ore. You can head up towards this lake and do a lap around it. You'll get a lot of extra oil, a lot of iron, and then you can scoot on back down to the settlement. Alternatively, you can head out east, and there's a lot of extra iron ore out here if you need it. Now let's look at the other routes. The reason this route is really good is that Cutless Keys is for players above level 25, so there should be very few low level players questing in the area and taking all your ore. If we look up at Monarch's Bluffs, a lot of these routes are near the settlement, and they're also quite close to quest locations, so there's often a lot of competition. This run down here towards the south of the zone can be okay, but unless you want to spend a Zoth to fast travel here, you'll waste a lot of time actually running out here. Everfall has a lot of iron, but a lot of the iron is actually quite close to the settlement, and so they're often full of other people. These runs over here are used for PvP quests, so there's often a bit of competition out that way, but these runs out here near the border of the zone are actually pretty good, so you can give them a go. Windsward, don't even bother. Honestly, every guide on the internet sends you here to get gold and silver, so there's just way too much competition. You won't get jack shit. Now finally down at First Light, I actually don't mind this run down here, but there isn't enough iron to fill your bags. This run here totally sucks, don't even try. This area is usually full of players, and this area is full of mobs. This little strip is alright, but there's not that much ore here. So yeah, try out my route outside Cutless Keys settlement and see how it goes. I've got other gathering videos on my channel, so subscribe and check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.